I was on a mission the other day to kill an Uruk who tried to cheat death and make me look like a fool. I sneaked up on him and dug my knife deep into his skull. His bodyguards tried to run, but I caught one of them. His name was Crimp. The other one's name was Ugbor, which succeeded in escaping my blades, leaving his fellow captain to die.
All my life I've fed death. Now I will be the feast.
The job was done. I was satisfied. Now all I had to do was flee the place and slay that one coward who ran away from me. Ugbor, count your days. I was wounded. I had to hide and recover, but after a day, he showed up. The brilliant strategist, the child of war, Feldush the tactician. Before the titles, before the strategy, before the blood and war cries, Feldush was a grunt, one of thousands, another nameless Uruk in a fortress he didn't build, fighting a war he didn't understand. While others smashed skulls and roared in the sun, Feldush stayed silent. He studied, listened, mapped his enemies, but with patterns. How they moved, how they flinched, how they retaliated. Other Uruks mocked him for his silence, his caution. They called him Rat Eyes, but rats survive, and Feldush learned. While everyone else was celebrating that I only took Sothra and his bodyguard, Feldush stood at the ruins for hours, studying footprints, burn patterns, reading blood splatters like a battlefield scroll. Then he whispered, "He moves west when wounded, not north. He is hiding, not regrouping." While others drank, Feldush tracked. A day later, I was deep in enemy territory, wounded, alone, thinking I was safe. That's when the trap closed. Feldush didn't charge, he didn't roar. He waited in the trees, slid from the shadows, blocked the exit path, lured me with noise, movement, a false ambush, and I was exactly where I needed to be. Feldush struck. A poisoned arrow to the leg, a tripwire to the throat, and finally when I rose, he dug his blade into my chest. This was the smart part. The dumb part is, I always come back from the dead for revenge. And he probably didn't realize that although he gained a captain rank, he gained a new enemy which could make his life shorter than it should have been. I tracked him down. I learned his strategies. I silently killed his enemies mid-fight to give him that top of the world feeling so I can take him down. I mean, he was already a captain. His warband grew. His banner bore no skulls, only a map. Feldush does not shout orders, he whispers them. He doesn't need strength. His enemies break themselves trying to outmatch him. I like to play weak with the guys who accidentally manage to kill me, so they think they're actually strong. So when they're faced with the real me, they break. Turns out he's afraid of the Karagors. A really useful information for me to use later. I slayed both Karagors while he ran for the nearest fortress. It wasn't that hard to track him down again. I found him at the nearest fortress, but he was kinda strong. He was different from other Uruks. I think I might need to take him more serious. But even when I did, he bested me in combat. That made me so mad. I caught the nearest Uruk and told him that I was gonna kill his boss. Then I set him free so he could deliver the message, but that was my biggest mistake. The next time I found Feldush, he had an army around him, and once again, he took me down with his blade. Then I understood, if I want to beat Feldush, I had to take down his army. I attacked a different fortress to weaken his army, but he expected me there. There was no point in fighting him. My priority was weakening his army right now. The warchief has arrived. I was excited at the fact that I could kill somebody so important again, so I rushed straight into him. But Feldish didn't want to let me go so easily. He charged right at me, straight from the fire, but I tried to avoid him at all costs. Then it struck me. I could just explode all of them. The explosion took down many, but Feldish and the warchief were alive. The warchief tried to retreat, leaving Feldish to fight me, knowing he could defeat me, but I chased him down while also escaping Feldish. I took him down and went for the next warchief, which apparently was the coward who ran away from me at the start. I was itching to kill him. I attracted Karagor so I could strike fear into both of his cowardly bodyguards, but you know I hate cowards, so I went on to kill both of them. As I was trying to take his soul, someone shot me, but I didn't pay much attention because I wanted to finish the job, and I did, but there was someone lurking in the shadows. Maku the Drowned. At first I didn't know who he was, but later I find out the truth. He takes me down but refuses to blow the final blow because, as he said, someone has unfinished business with me, and so do I. I go back to Akbar the coward and take him down. I felt satisfied. 1, because I killed the coward, and 2, I could finally take down Feldush. I brought chaos to his fortress so he could finally show up. He finally arrived, and he had Mako with him. The guy who refused to kill me looks like he was his bodyguard all along. I slayed his whole crew to strike fear into him, but Mako caught me again with a slick arrow. He left me to die by his boss's hands. I got overwhelmed by the Uruk, and I ran for the nearest explosive, because I had a plan. As I exploded the place, Feldush's men scattered around, and I went on to execute the rest of them. Even after I slayed his whole army, I still couldn't beat Feldush. He was one of a kind. I was already planning to escape, but then I heard his screams. Of course, he was scared of the Karagors. This was my perfect chance to defeat him. I hopped on the Karagor and started controlling it. It was pretty easy for me. I slayed almost the whole army before they hit my Karagor, and they killed it. But it was too late for Feldush. He was already terrified. I chased him down and caught him. I knew he was already dead. I caught him, gave him a couple stabs, let him go, and caught him again. I was toying with him, just like he was toying with me. I caught him. Look at his eyes. We both knew that it was his final moments alive, and he was about to join the rest of his army. He was terrified. He didn't know how it was to be dead. But I do. Maybe he'll try not to ambush the immortal Grey Walker in his next life.